Meteorologist Serena Arnold. Is it ever going to rain in New England again? And what the hell has happened to hurricane season? Now is the perfect time to teach you about something called teleconnections, which you had no idea existed until just now. Teleconnections are large-scale atmospheric oscillations. These oscillations absolutely drive long-term weather patterns. Some of these oscillations are tracked on the Climate Prediction Center. We've got the Arctic Oscillation, the North Atlantic Oscillation, the PNA, the AAO. El Nino and La Nina are ENSO, the El Nino Southern Oscillation. And another big one is the Madden-Julian Oscillation. We're going to talk about a few of these. Because it is going to rain again, hurricane season will pick up once again, and it's because of these oscillations that we know about when. The North Atlantic Oscillation looks at the difference between a subtropical high that happens over the Azores and a subtropical low that happens further to the north. Depending on the strengths of those high and low pressure, this is either going to be in a positive and a negative phase. Now, you won't realize that with pressure, but we see temperature differences. So when it is in a negative phase, we typically see warmer temperatures over more of the Arctic regions, and we see cooler temperatures over the southern and central United States, where when it's in a positive phase, we see warmer temperatures along the eastern United States and cooler temperatures up north. These oscillations drive what happens to our weather and to the jet stream like it's a frickin' highway. Because depending on where the high and low pressure is, depends on where this road goes. These oscillations happen for weeks, if not months at a time in some instances. This will not tell you if it's going to rain at a certain time and location 4 weeks from now, but it's going to tell you generally what's happening climatologically and what's happening with the large-scale weather patterns. Is it going to be warmer than normal, colder than normal, wetter than normal, drier than normal? A positive Eastern Pacific Oscillation is about to show us that false fall existed. Things are about to get warm here over the next week or two throughout most of the United States. So things are going to warm up again. But what's going on with hurricane season? A big driver of that one is called the Madden-Julian Oscillation. The Madden-Julian Oscillation is like this 30 to 60 day long oscillation that happens where you have areas of low and high pressure and precipitation that move east along the equator. If the Madden-Julian Oscillation has higher pressure over the Caribbean, it reduces the amount of little pop-up storms and disturbances you can get that eventually turn into hurricanes. When the MJO brings the low pressure and the disturbances and the precipitation, now things are cooking. Because of the position of the Madden-Julian Oscillation, the Atlantic has been kind of dry and stable. There's also been slightly higher than normal wind shear along the western Atlantic. This doesn't allow storms to form. These inhibiting factors are going to be eroding away. And so we do expect hurricane season to definitely pick up again. And with how much warmer the oceans are than they are now, we have plenty of ocean heat to drive storms very late into hurricane season. Now, you know what teleconnections are. Meteorology professionals have been following these forever, and it's why hurricane season is about to finally pick up. You'll be hearing more about Gabrielle later this week and next week, but thanks to these teleconnections, it's looking so far like it'll probably be mostly a fish storm.